Hello everybody, welcome to episode 16 of the Digimon version revival series here. We have the version revival right here. It is sadly another late night episode because I went and did things today. So that means we're going to wake up our beautiful Piomon or Biomon or whatever the heck you want to call it. As you see here, nice little bird Digimon. For those who don't know, it is the pink bird. You know, see if I can grab it. It's this guy, or girl, whatever the heck you want to call it. Yeah, it's Piomon, or Biomon. It depends on which translation you want to use. It's weird. It's like, it's like the Hackmon and Huckmon thing. Like, there's only a one-letter difference. Except, unlike that one, where there's clearly a right way of saying it, I don't know what you could really do about Piomon or Biomon. It's one of those, like, weird things where it's like, I kind of get both ways of how they say it, so it's like, that's a hard one there. A part of me is tempted to say Biomon, just because, like, Birdramon exists. That's pretty much it, though. And there's, like, a tiny little hair in there, and that's gonna bother me. So we're gonna fix that real quickly by moving that off. Woo! And that's the only reason why I keep a Q-tip right next to the setup over here now. Is just to, like, move little hairs. That's how I usually get these things, like, slightly cleaned up before I start recording half of the time. But yeah, so we are now at the rookie stage, which is pretty nice. I think I do need to beef up my, sort of like, what is it? The effort hearts, pretty much. So, yeah, as you know, to get full effort hearts, you have to do 4 trainings to get 1 effort heart. So you have to do a total of 16 trainings to fill out your whole effort bar there. It's not too bad. It doesn't take too long either. It's just pretty much spamming this button over and over and over and over and over again. So nothing too crazy. So just keep on doing that over and over and over. It's not bad. You can actually do it pretty easily, like, during the day without any issues. So I'm like, it's whatever. For this guy over here, though, we're going to do our A and B. And there's our version 1 egg, version 2, version 3, version 4, and there's our version 5, which is a bit confusing because of how it looks. But there we go, starting on up. I say it's a bit confusing because if you compare it to, like, some of the other eggs on this device, there's another one that kind of looks a bit similar to it, so it's kind of weird in that sense. So that's how I usually, like, when I'm doing it, I usually have to count them out. But yeah, so over there you go. Not too bad, not too bad. There's our boy. Of course, you go back over here, and we're just going to keep abusing the training effort here, because, you know, nothing too crazy is going on with that right now. Man, this light is tilting downwards for whatever reason, and I don't know why. I might have to adjust my lighting after this. I mean, it doesn't look bad in the video, so I'm not going to worry about it too badly, but, like, it is weirdly tilting downwards, and I might have to adjust how it looks. Overall, though, Piomon's not too bad of a Digimon. Pretty cool little Digimon. If you went down the negative path on this run, you would get, like, Palmon. So it's kind of cool looking at in that sort of retrospect of Digimon on these devices in a way. Because, oh, there's our hatching there. Oh, yeah, there we go. A nice little blobby thing. And this is the version 5 egg. This is actually one of the most interesting eggs, in a way. So, the version 5 originally was a sort of planned Godzilla device that did not happen originally. At some point, Bandai pretty much, instead of scrapping the device, they just took it and made a whole, like, roster of Digimon based off, like, the Godzilla sprites they made. Which is kind of cool in a sense, because a lot of them just are very random designs. But it's kind of cool to see, like, Dark Tyrannomon, like, became a mainstay in the series and stuff like that. And it's a cool idea that they didn't waste any of the potential of that whole crossover as well. So, like, props to Bandai, they got around it. And later on, they even got, like, a bit more fun with it, because, like, let's see, is it right here? It is right here, actually. Well, one of them's right here. Because at some point, they did get that Godzilla collaboration. I still need to run this device at some point. I have 2 of them. I don't know where the other one is. It's somewhere around. That's all I can say. Oh. There you go. Found the other device too. But there we go. We got both of the Godzillas right there. And look at them. So it's kind of funny to think that this whole, like, collaboration took forever to actually fully happen. Like, looking at this point, all the way back to, like, the original version 5. From this device perspective. Which, kind of crazy to look at it. Now, of course, we're running the version Revival, which is, like, the version 20th, where it kind of just combines a bunch of eggs into, like, one whole device. Which is kind of cool in that sense. I don't know. I always appreciated this about, like, the version 20th and the version Revival and, like, the Pendulum 20th line, is the idea that they just took all these concepts and just combined them and condensed them down. Because that was the cool part about it. Because instead of, like, having a bunch of these devices, it just kind of condensed them down and made it a bit more convenient. Now, I will say, like, straight up, these original brick devices are completely different than this device here. Like, in terms of, like, raising requirements and stuff like that, they are completely different. For example, on these devices, evolution is, like, 100%, like, accurate. On those devices, evolution is done by RNG, which is very crazy. Like, it's crazy to look back at it and be like, wow, there's, like, some heavy differences on, like, what's going on there. So it's like a wow moment there. So, like, just a full-on, like, insanity there with all that stuff. But overall, besides all that cool stuff with them, the version 5 egg is just kind of interesting in that sense. It's just failed Godzilla attempt became a full-on, like, Digimon line. That's pretty much it. And, of course, the version Revival and the 20th improved upon it. So, if you remember with the original, like, version 1 and 2 eggs, we got, like, extra evolutions that gave us, like, went up to, like, Omegamon. And if you remember in, like, the version 3 run, we still got some cool extra evolutions. The version 4 and 5 eggs work more closely to the original version 1 and 2 eggs. So you do actually get, like, full, like, progressing evolutions on this one, which is really awesome. Like, the effort they put into that is, like, really sick, and I appreciate that, like, Bandai went that far to, like, give these, like, a lot of them, like, the cool evolutions and then do progressing. Because they didn't even have to do progressing, like, considering these original brick devices didn't have progressing in them, they didn't really have to do that extra step, but they did. Like, it's cool they went that far to come up with a way to do progressing in this device. Because, like, there's devices that have Jogress on them, but to get them, they just did, like, basic evolution requirements. This device actually has, like, cool Jogressing in it. And man, this light is getting in my way. This is, like, probably the one time where I'm having to adjust the light just because it's so heavily in my face. Okay, that's a little bit better. So, yeah, there you go. I don't know if that's a lot better. I'll have to mess around with that. I don't know why my light was getting tilted down anyways. But, yeah, overall, like, nothing too crazy with these guys. I'm going to see if we can wait to get this guy to evolve. So let's actually sit down and get a lot of the training out of the way. So I assume this guy over here is just Bubbles. I probably should have talked about his attack sprites. But most Baby 1 stage Digimon are always just Bubbles. That's kind of how they always program them in these devices. So if you like Bubbles, there you go. Cool little bubble animation. Pretty awesome time there with that one. Besides all that fun right there with Bubbles. So you clear that out. And if you go over here and look at our guy right here, nothing too crazy there. We're pretty much going to try getting the effort hearts pretty much filled up right now. Because, like, after this, I'm probably going to go, like, straight to bed. So let's get the effort hearts out of the way after posting this video and stuff like that. Because why not? It's pretty simple to do this in this device. Chilling with the moms, getting the bedtimes accurate. It's so weird to me that, like, they kind of threw, like, a weird needle sprite in there. Like, is that supposed to be a needle, or is that, like, supposed to be, like, a feather or something? I don't know. Because anyone ever looked at this? Like, he had, like, the basic, like, fire breath things, and then he had the weird needles. It's like, what the heck are those supposed to be? Are they supposed to be, like, feathers? Is it supposed to be, like, a weird little needly attack? I don't know. It's a weird thing. Yeah, if you did do the tag team training on both of them, you could get, like, both of them to raise their extra hearts at the same time. But to be honest, in my personal opinion, it is so much easier and quicker just to spam this button a bunch of times over than trying to, like, do the guessing pattern game a bunch of times over. I'll do the guessing pattern game, like, if I need to fill up both of their hearts, like, just that second, and then I'll get back to them in, like a second or two. But most of the time, I usually just go do, like, the independent training. Because, like, this training here, it's cool and all. I love the reference. And I like the idea that it fills up both their hearts at the same time. But you can see how this one kind of takes a bit of effort. And if you're doing this on, like, an original 20th model, you would actually have to get, like, 3 out of 2 wins, which makes a lot more sense. I do prefer that. But, this device kind of eased it out, I guess, to make it a bit more convenient. Because, like, if you pretty much weren't just spamming through it originally on the old device, then you would have whatever. Though, if you're able to keep up with pattern recognition, you can easily beat this one. That's another, like, advantage I can at least give to the original, like, brick devices, is that training game is, like, way tougher. That's something I could give, like, credit to, like, the X devices, is, like, in the X devices, they found a way to make training so unique and interesting that, like, it just keeps you on your toes the whole entire time, and that's such a cool part of the X's. Like, I love that whole, like, element of the X devices, that, like, the training is, like, always changing in that sense. And same for the Z's in that way. In the Z's, it's not as, like, spectacular, but they still managed to find a really cool way to get it, like, going, which is really awesome. So it's like, ooh, it's like a wow moment. Now, would I just prefer more training options? Yes, I would just kind of prefer that. Like, I would love to have more Tamagotchi connection type options in the world of Digimon. Like, I like the idea of having multiple style games. And maybe, like, try delving deeper into the RPG mechanics. I don't know. It's hard to say, because sometimes, like, the second Digimon does start to delve deeper into the RPG, it kind of starts getting in the way of the VPET mechanics. It's kind of hard to, like, pick between what you want in these devices, because sometimes the VPET mechanics do kind of get in the way of the other one. It's Pagumon! And bam, put Pagumon to bed. And while we're at it, we're going to clear out the other side. And put our boy Piyomon to bed, because why not? There you go. Nice little twin bed there. Awesome day for both of them. And that's pretty much it for going on for right now. So, thank y'all for watching. And I'll see everyone later. Bye-bye. I'm going to go post this video and then take a fat nap. Well, I have to take pictures of the Mons. And then I'm going to go take a fat nap. Good days for me. Good days. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye-bye. Whee! Actually, did I get even full effort hearts on this before I even do that? Yeah, I did. So, woo! I don't have to care. So, time for just photos and posting and that fun. Yay! Wee, woo, 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 woo. Bye, y'all.